Welcome to Vintage Burn. This is Kev.
Marco.
Duncan.
Douglas?
I said Marco.
No, you did? That's what you said. I heard you.
In Robotic Douglas, coming from the year 2050.
We got Robo Doug.
Doug, what's it like in the future where you don't have to wear masks and gloves?
There's still a lot of takeout going on out here in the future. Most men converted to homosexuality just because of the lack of women. The human race is dying out because of that. Homo erectus is, in fact, Homo erectus.
By the way, the podcast supports all walks of life, including whatever you like. We don't care. So yeah, we're just going to spitball tonight, and we're going to get outside of our comfort zone and do something different from metal and horror, and we're just going to talk about our favorite movies, right?
Sure, yeah.
Marco's got the idea. He's got the master plan. So Marco, why don't you lead this special COVID-19 cast off? And we're not social distancing, by the way. We're all within like 3 feet minus Doug. He's in 2050.
But Doug, I figured this would be an opportune time for you to talk about Tombstone.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just going to end up being like a 3-hour...
Doug cast.
I'll let you guys go first, just in
All
case.
right. I'll go first just because
Are you
Kevin
sure?
appointed me first. So I'm going to say one of my favorite movies of all time. Again, this is the Spitball podcast. There's no research done, so whatever. Is Shawshank Redemption. One of my favorites. It's a Stephen King short. I actually read the original way after the movie. But, man, the whole Tim Robbins, Morgan Freeman, just that whole cast is just phenomenal. Great movie. I'm sure everybody here agrees. I mean, if you've seen Shawshank, how can you not love that movie? Have you seen it, Duncan?
Yes.
You have? Okay, that's one of the few movies Duncan's seen.
It's been a while since I've seen it, but I definitely enjoy it.
Yeah, but you talk about Transformers, the movie, Duncan's all over it.
I love Denzel Washington in Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah,
It is
he's
amazing.
excellent.
So it's funny that Stephen King put out a book of short stories, all non-horror, called Different Seasons. There was 4 of them. And out of those 4, you had Shawshank Redemption, you had Apt Pupil, you had Stand By Me, and then there was another one that was just made into a movie this past year, which that was the only one I didn't read out of the 4. But out of all those, Shawshank Redemption is very close to the book, as Marco can probably tell you. It's very close, except for the reason why Morgan Freeman is called Red in Shawshank Redemption is because in the book he's supposed to be an Irish guy, Red. You know what I mean? But they had to kind of have a little bit of diversity. So
I didn't realize that fucking Shawshank was a King book.
Yeah. And the thing about it too is in the movie he actually has, why do they call you Red? He's like, that's because I'm Irish.
yeah, you're right. They actually make the joke.
Yep. So they make the joke. He kind of laughs about it. So I think they're definitely throwing in on that fact that you just spoke up about. But yeah, it's a Stephen King book. Yeah.
I didn't.
Or like short story.
Wow.
Not a full book. Short
Doesn't
story.
matter. I'm still blown away. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, there's so much stuff out there with King though that's like short story too. Like I mean, I was looking up King movies and miniseries. Not too long ago, and I came across quite a few.
Fuck, dude, that's amazing. I didn't
So-
even realize he did Stand By Me. I'm blown away by this conversation already.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Makes
man.
me happier that I'm from Maine.
I guess so.
Yeah. That's another.
His uncle's Andy Dufresne, and they actually mentioned Andy Dufresne too in Apt Pupil. He kind of carries a theme.
Really?
Dushender, or whatever his name is, the Nazi hiding in America in Apt Pupil. He actually mentions that this banker in Maine named something Dufresne, I can't remember, helped me set up some of my accounts and stuff. So it's kind of interesting how King plays on the Dufresne character kind of throughout. I don't know if there's any reference in Stand By Me that was supposed to be set back in like the 50s. But
yeah, not that I can remember, but I mean that would be after Dufresne, so it could actually have it. Now I want to rewatch it just to see.
Who knew Doug was so well read? Wait, is he on mute? Oh, shit. Did you hear that? Doug, did you hear us? Hello?
I can hear you.
Oh, shit. Who knew? Who knew he was
you hear
so
me?
well read?
We can hear you. But yeah, that's my pick. I mean, I think it's pretty self-explanatory, man. It's just like the acting. It's just everything about that movie is just like beautiful. Like, I could literally watch that movie probably once a week and never get sick of it.
I don't think I've ever met someone that doesn't like that movie.
And I agree. But I think it's one of those movies, when it came out, it kind of flew under the radar.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't do that well in theaters. It actually didn't get panned by critics, but just didn't do well. And then it just kind of developed a life of its own, and now it's like considered this like classic.
It's a cult classic kind of.
No, I don't. It's not cult. It's definitely not cult.
Okay.
It's a classic. Like
It's that, yeah.
cult classics like Rocky Horror Picture Show. That's a cult classic.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean?
That's definitely true.
Yeah.
Can I start calling you Mrs. Fuzzy Britches?
Sure. Yeah, man.
I'll cast you down with the sodomites.
Yeah, you can call me whatever you want, buddy. Whatever you want. But anyway.
So
Go
on
ahead.
the topic of different seasons, they did make the movie adaptation of Apt Pupil with Brad Renfro. Remember Brad Renfro?
Yeah.
And actually, it was Dave Schwimmer, Ross from Friends, who played the principal. And then I forget who I know the guy that played the Nazi hiding in America there. I forget. He's another big actor. I can't remember who it was, but they just, they had such an intricate story. And they just don't even touch on any of the awesome details and stuff. You're better off just listening to Skeletons in the Closet by Anthrax.
Right.
You get more of the full story from that 3-minute song than you do from this hour and a half fucking... It's just a travesty. They do not capture it well at all. So I say, fuck that movie, read the book, or, let's listen to Anthrax.
Yeah, I actually haven't seen that movie since, like, I don't know, since probably it came out. And wasn't it Magneto? Wasn't Magneto the Nazi?
Yes.
Yes, that's who it was. It was Magneto. I can't remember if it was him
Gandalf.
Ian McKellen.
Gandalf.
Ian McKellen.
Yeah. So it was Gandalf and Magneto.
You shall not pass!
It's
good.
weird that, Magneto is supposed to be Jewish, right?
Yes. Yeah, he was in the Holocaust and all that shit.
You shall not pass unless I got my bagels. Yahtzee.
Oh, Jesus. Here we go.
Oh, shit.
Here we go. So,
A few friends just got back from Greece, and luckily they made it back in the nick of time. But they went to go to some festivals, and they all got canceled. So they just ended up hanging out with a bunch of German dudes, and of course they're all drinking White Claw. And the Germans are like, "What is this White Claw?" And I'm like, "Well, in Germany it's actually Reich Claw. Like you just recognize the name."
That is... We're definitely getting banned from YouTube.
possibly. But,
So one more little story that came up the other night. My friends have a trivia, like a pub trivia, and every time they tried to have like a different dumb, clever name, and I guess the one night they had Third Reich from the Sun, they asked them to leave.
Where's the sense of humor in this country anymore?
I don't know, man.
I
It's far gone.
thought that was pretty.
You're not supposed to tell a guy you're gonna kill him anymore. Bastardo. Insignificant.
Insignificant.
Little fuck.
So unless you want to see Ross with a cheesy 70s porn mustache and a cheap trick shirt, don't watch the movie adaptation of Apt Pupil.
Yeah, man, you're not turning me on to it. Like I said, I saw it when it came out in like 90, whatever it was, maybe 8 or 7 or whatever it was, but that's the last
Right
time I
around
saw
there,
it.
yeah.
Taking all the fun out of the joke.
Anybody else? Who's next?
The Sith Lord.
Oh, okay.
We're going with
Duncan
Sith
Foreskin.
Lord.
So my favorite movie, as it shouldn't be a surprise to anyone, being that I'm a huge Star Wars fan. My favorite movie of all time would be Empire Strikes Back, because if your favorite Star Wars movie of all time isn't from the original trilogy, you should probably not watch Star Wars anymore. I mean, I like all the Star Wars movies, but the original trilogy is untouchable in my opinion.
What's your favorite, Doug?
One of the Return of the Jedi. I don't know, one of those.
Oh, that's a great one.
Hey, you're within the scope. So
You're definitely within the scope.
Which one has Boba Fett in it?
Both of them.
Both, yeah. He
All right,
dies
then
in
one of those
revenge.
two.
No,
Boba
actually,
Return.
in other media outlets where like Legends or I think in Legends.
Now he's getting into books.
In Legends continuity, Boba Fett actually survived the Sarlacc pit. He eventually got out.
All right, so you're led to believe he dies if you just watch the movies. If you're a geek like Duncan, you know what goes on.
But in current Star Wars canon, we don't know if Boba Fett actually lives, so we'll just keep it at that. Empire, I feel like, was the best, the most well-written Star Wars film of them all. And just like how it just flowed so well, because you get to see, because in A New Hope, you see Luke beginning his quest as becoming a Jedi, and then in Empire, he meets Yoda for the first time, has his training, and then he has his vision of his friends dying in a city in the Cloud City. He goes there to try to save him, but it was obviously a trap for Darth Vader to try to trap him in and freeze him in carbonite. Which doesn't happen, obviously, and then you see the big reveal at the end of the movie, which at the time when it came out in 1980, no one saw that coming. Not even most of the cast even said it, because I remember watching it was an interview I came across on YouTube from the Graham Norton show and whatnot, and Mark Hamill was on there, and he was telling the story about how Harrison Ford was reacting to when he saw the premiere of Empire Strikes Back. He didn't even know about that part. Like, nobody knew except for a few people that were in the cast. And Mark Hamill is just like Mark Hamill doing his best Harrison Ford impersonation. When that scene came up for the first time, Harrison Ford leans over to Mark Hamill and goes, and this is what Mark Hamill goes like, "Kid, you didn't fucking tell me this was happening." Because like it just came to a shock to everyone, which and you'd think that the casting crew in Star Wars would have actually known what that plot twist was gonna when it was gonna happen, but only, like I said, like Mark Hamill and a few people that were involved with those scenes actually knew.
Are you talking about the Luke, I am your father part?
Yes, because like I said, like most of the cast didn't know about that particular scene.
Yeah, man.
And it's funny because George Lucas wrote the script, but he didn't direct the movie. Because like I'll always say this to this day, like the best Star Wars movies are the ones that George Lucas didn't direct. Like even like some of the sequel trilogy movies were like some of the best that they've put out, in my opinion. Definitely better than most of the prequels, except for Revenge of the Sith. This is the best out of the prequels.
All right, Duncan.
I could go on for Star Wars, but I'll let Kevin continue with his favorite.
I'll just say, King Joffrey Joffer is the best Darth Vader ever made. And if anybody's ever seen Coming to America, you know what I'm talking about. The best Harrison Ford, the best Darth Vader.
The best Harry Potter is Darth Vader.
And Doug, just so you know,
Duncan, have you ever seen the Mad TV skits with George Lucas?
Actually, I don't think I have.
Please look them up. If you're a Star Wars fan, Will Sasso plays an excellent George Lucas. They're fucking hilarious. It's George Lucas, don't let this slip under the radar like Schizophrenia did.
Oh, fuck off, dude. I don't listen to that album enough like you and Marco do. I saw your Facebook post, so I'm like, I was just laughing my ass off. But yeah, no,
is there a Sepultura war I'm not aware of? Yeah.
But honestly, Duncan, check him out though. I think you'll get a kick out of it.
Did you call him Bobby?
Star Wars nut.
Did you call him Bobby?
No, I thought I said Duncan, but I don't know.
Right.
Well, Doug, I will say I do like Will Sasso, so I will check that out.
All right,
that dude does an excellent Arnold Schwarzenegger.
When you guys say Will Sasso, all I think is, "Hi, I'm Kenny Rogers."
Oh, dude,
when
when I think of Will Sasso, I think of his old Vine videos where he impersonated Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they were fucking great.
Yeah. The only thing I remember about Will Sasso, besides Mad TV, he was on WCW back in the day, wrestling.
Well,
when I was watching it.
Speaking of Arnold is Will Sasso now. It's the opposite. Will is Arnold, and Arnold is Will. He's like, "Hey, I'm going to feed carrots to my new favorite little horsey friends."
Oh my God.
You eat carrots. No, you eat carrots. That's nice. You both like carrots. No, we stay in now. We don't go outside.
We don't
eat
go outside.
carrots.
We don't go outside at all.
We eat carrots outdoors. Nice kitties.
Can-
Nice.
Look at these little horses. They're
Yeah.
so nice
He's
and
on a-
beautiful.
He's on a bicycle chasing them around and shit. I don't know. I think Arnie's off the fucking. He's off the fucking wagon. Something's going on.
Dude,
He's
old.
always been, dude. It's funny. I've been actually on like a
I love
old
him.
classic WWF wrestling kick, like
Yeah.
watching like the late '90s.
Yeah.
And Arnold was just literally on an episode I watched maybe a night or two ago.
And you didn't tell me? What the fuck?
I don't know, whatever,
He's
dude.
out-
But he came out and did commentary. He's like, "Oh, this is very nice match. These athletes, very nice
Very
match.
nice.
These guys are such athletes. They're amazing."
Yeah, he's out there.
And he's just like all over. But like even the bad guys,
Space shot.
when you do announcing, you're supposed to kind of pick a side. But with him, he's just like, I appreciate everything these guys do. These guys are
He
amazing.
is the best actor that was like, here, read this. Don't ever come up with anything on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't talk. Just continue to work out, smoke lots of dope,
Mm-hmm.
and fucking just read these lines. Okay, what's next? Kindergarten Cop. Perfect.
Yeah, and to show you how old this wrestling episode was I was watching, it was promoting his movie End of Days, if you remember that movie.
that was
Where he battles the devil.
it was all right.
You're a fucking choir boy compared to me. A choir boy.
All right, Kevin, dog.
Oh man, we got on an Arnie kick. It's funny. I wish I could just segue into Arnie.
You can.
I
There's
can.
quite a few great
can.
Terminator movies.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry.
but I'm not going to do
First
Terminator.
Arnold.
The first two Terminator movies, I could, but that would be predictable. So I'm going to go with
Predator?
No,
Commando.
I'm gonna
Commando.
no,
What?
I'm going to go with motherfucking Last Action Hero.
Sure. Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
Great motherfucking movie that people forget. They incorporated some like Roger Rabbit. You got the fucking cop cat that's in there. But I just love the fucking one-liners and shit. And it's like,
Oh, dude,
they make
Arnold was
fun
the
of-
king of one-liners.
and they make fun of himself because you've got the what is it, the Jack Slater 4, and it's just like the same shit every movie, and the kid's into it, and he's like Jack Slater 1, Jack Slater 2, Jack Slater 3, and it's it's just awesome, the whole concept that you get a golden ticket and it takes you into a movie and it becomes your reality. It was an awesome flick for us as kids. Like I just thought it was a great concept. It didn't do great in the theaters, but I loved it, man.
I don't know. I was like too old for it.
Oh, and that
in
chick
my
was
opinion,
smoking fucking hot.
I gotta rewatch it. I
From
saw
Billy
it like one
Madison, she was
time
the
a long
teacher?
time ago. Yeah.
She was
I know.
hot.
Yeah, the one that Chris Farley was when he held up.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler looked up her skirt going on the
Smoking
bus.
hot.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
she was
Are you
also...
talking about that Veronica Vaughn?
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
yes.
Hey, Doug, you got anything to say about Last Action Hero?
Have I seen it?
You haven't seen it?
I have, but not. I don't know. Since it came out, I would say I just remember the Jack the Ripper type part in the raid.
Yeah, dude, he was fucking good. Man, they did great makeup on that dude, too, and everything.
Yeah, I thought
Look, they
do we
killed
have
kids. They killed kids in that movie, too, you know?
Yeah, all right, so speaking of killing kids, sorry, that's a weird segue. I finally watched Attack on Precinct 13 last night.
We're definitely not going to be allowed on YouTube and Facebook. It's getting worse.
Well, maybe we won't post this one. Maybe we'll just kind of have this go under the radar right on the Podbean.
And Doug, is that the original or the remake?
So I might watch the remake at some point soon, but I watched the original last night because I haven't seen its entirety. So, and I remember last time we went over Kevin's, he was just kind of finishing the ass end of it, So I'm like, what? I need to watch the whole thing in one sitting. So
What was this? What?
Assault on Precinct 13.
Oh, yeah, dude, the original. Oh,
yeah, it was pretty intense. I'm not gonna lie. It was funny. You can just tell it was very 1976 too. It was very period.
but
She,
the music, man,
nice
was
white
great,
lady
right?
asks,
That fucking synth bum 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 dun, 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 like such a catchy score, right? Like musically, this catchy score.
No, that was kind of the reason. That was his first score John Carpenter wrote.
I don't know if it was the very first score, but that was his first breakthrough movie prior to Halloween. Yeah.
And that's kind of what got him, oh wow, this dude's kind of the package deal. He's a director, a writer, he can write the scores. So it was kind of,
yes.
I think that gave him a running start for sure in his movie career.
The one movie we all haven't seen yet that he did was his very first film called Dark Star.
Yes,
Never
Dark
even
Star.
heard of it.
Yeah, I still haven't heard of it. It's hard to get a grasp of, but it's supposed to be sci-fi horror.
I gotta try to get that.
Duncan's masturbating under the table right now, just hearing that.
What year was that made, Kev? That was before the assault?
Yeah, early 70s. So you're thinking pre George Lucas Star Wars masturbation. George Lucas might have stolen shit from fucking, you never know. We could see Darth Vader in fucking Dark Star. We could see it now. We could be like, oh, George Lucas just ripped off Carpenter like everybody else. You never know.
Hey, Duncan, are you doing anything right now besides stealing beer?
No, dude.
Look up that Mad TV. Look up the Mad TV.
Somewhere right now, Ken is laughing in Canada. Somewhere in Canada, someone's laughing.
You got me laughing.
Oh, wow. That was a bomb.
So, Doug, in preparation of your movie, even though I don't know if Assault on Precinct 13th was yours, I pulled out your Funko Pop Doc Holliday that I bought for you.
Oh.
Just so these guys can see it, because I have a feeling I know what movie you're gonna pick.
He's never going to be able to look at it, though. He's never going to be here.
I know. We're on this quarantine thing, even though we're kind of breaking it.
Do you ever think you're going to get back to the year 2020, or are you stuck in 2050?
Well, they're real close to a time machine, but I don't know if I want to go back.
Are they as close to a time machine as they are for a vaccine with coronavirus? Because if so, we're not going to see you for a long time.
We'll see you in 2050, buddy.
Yeah.
If I make it that far.
Think of the problem 28 days later.
70.
There was a bunch of dudes just surviving, doing their thing, and then all of a sudden there's no women, all of a sudden dudes are dying off, so it's just parties, man. That's it.
Parties.
Maybe I don't want to come back.
A bunch of sausage parties?
Yeah.
Have you put any thumbs on buttholes?
I don't want
to have you made more t-shirts with my face on it?
Yeah. Have you been harvesting maple syrup?
Marco, in the future, sex toys and maple syrup, they're fantastic. They blow your mind. The best I've ever seen.
Is maple syrup like money?
Pretty much, it's currency, yeah.
Yeah, currency. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Absolutely.
One world currency, maple syrup, or... Yeah. All right, tell us...
Maple Bitcoin.
Tell us about your favorite movie in the future.
Tombstone.
And it can't be Wolf Cop 1 or 2.
Oh, no, it's Wolf Cop 5.
No, what's it? What the hell movie is it where it's like Jason 1000 or whatever?
Jason X.
Yeah, whatever.
X.
Fucking Wolf Cop X, is that your favorite movie?
Yeah, it just came out last year in 2049.
Wolf Cop 23 and a half.
You could probably write the plot right now, and that would be it. Duncan, whose beer is that you just opened?
My cheap-ass Heineken.
He's got some big 40 Heinekens going.
I don't think they're 40s. 24s.
He's got some 24s.
I don't feel bad, Duncan, because you guys, my buddy... loves 40 ounces, and the only place he can find King Cobra is in friggin' Peabody. So whenever I'm out in Peabody, I stop by and get like a couple King Cobras for him.
Yeah, man.
You have that on your fingertips, and you do not take advantage of it. Shame.
There was actually King Cobra in the fridge when we went to the liquor store today.
Yeah.
And we went to Salem, though, but it was on the Peabody border, so close enough.
It's on that weird little one. I think it's the bunghole with the weird little, the one we went to before Sacred Reich.
Yeah, with the 7-Eleven next to it?
Yes.
There's nothing like a good bunghole liquor.
Good bunghole, yeah.
Anyway, Doug, what's your movie?
All right. I mean, if we're going favorite of all time, I think I'm so glad Marco brought up Shawshank Redemption. No, because it is. It's one of those movies, you catch it on TV, you get sucked into it. You watch 20 minutes, you enjoy the shit out of that 20 minutes. So I'm glad that one was brought up. Obviously, I'm probably going to bring up Tombstone, but there's one I want to mention that I was reminded of somewhat recently. I've watched it a bunch over the years. Have you guys ever seen The Ninth Gate?
Yes.
Yeah.
With Johnny Depp?
Yeah.
Was that on a Facebook post recently that it reminded you of it?
It was, and it's funny because it's one of those things. I would watch that twice a year, and then when I first started the job I have now, I have like night shifts. And that was the first movie I went to watch when I was on my night shifts alone. And as soon as I put it in play, the fucking phone started ringing, things started blowing up, like electricity. So I'm like, It was weird, so I haven't watched it since. I'm like almost like afraid to watch it at the plant now, so I haven't seen it since.